Generate by AI.
Welcome back to another Friday night of Let's Talk Interest with Kentucky Rimfire Hobbies. I hope you all have had a good week. I know I have. I worked 3 really long days and 1 really short day, and I got home really early yesterday. Got to go enjoy my daughter playing ball game last night, and they were up against a winning team that they did not expect to beat. But they just had the game of their lifetime last night, and I got to be there. It was awesome. My daughter got her first career home run last night. They had 5 home runs total in the game, and they beat the opposing team 14-10. And I tell you what, it was heated afterwards. I thought old Dad was going to have to get into a fight a time or two there. So they really put it on them. They had the best game of their lifetime last night. And the final play was they were tied up, and our girls was last at bat. And if they wouldn't have scored, it would have went into overtime. We had the bases loaded, and the last little girl hit a grand slam out of the park, 4 runs in, 14-10. It was an awesome night. Me and my wife was very proud. And also, my daughter passed her nurse aide exam yesterday, so she's graduating high school the 28th of this month, and she is a certified nurse aide, so I'm proud of her for that too. So that's awesome. But I bring everybody out of the back room, and then I'll give everybody an update about my father. I'm seeing it come up in the side chat quite a bit, and rather than answering everybody individually, I'll give you an update on him when we get everybody out of the back room here. So it's the J Delta sent a 999 super sticker. Appreciate that, buddy. But side chat's already running wild tonight. Let's get these guys out of the back room. So up first, we got Hasbro from Hasbro's Hide.
Hey, Chad. Hey, everybody. Good to be with you tonight. It's a little cold here. I think it was for you too, but nice weather. It's supposed to be really bad, and it's going to be nice. So maybe some shooting tomorrow. We'll see.
It's a beautiful day, but it's chilly mornings and chilly evenings. I actually turned the heat back on tonight. My feet was getting cold and turned the heat back on. But today was beautiful. So, but I think Monday and Tuesday we're looking at 2 really hot days. So, I hope my little garden that I planted today will get some rain soon. It don't look like there's any rain in the forecast for a while, so that's not good. But anyways, Jose from J Delta 22NC.
Good evening. Hello there, side chat. Yeah, we've been having some cool mornings as well, but it was a beautiful day as well.
Yep. We're gonna come out of that though. I think our blackberry winter, what we call it, is coming to an end. I think that's the last one.
Yes.
We always have a redbud winter and a blackberry winter and I can't remember how many they are. But anyways, up next we got Kentucky Rimfire Justin.
Howdy guys, glad to be with you tonight. I got a pretty good topic tonight, and hopefully enlighten everybody on it a little bit, maybe learn something ourselves.
You're over pedaling in a side chat. Somebody over there's wanting a bag rider, I see.
Oh yeah. I haven't seen that yet. The side chat's running away tonight.
Yeah, it's running away. I forget who said it now.
We can put up my email address later on, I guess.
Mark Lachey.
Yeah. I sent him my email in a comment. I'm not sure if he got it or not.
See DJ Play Nice on here. Welcome in there, buddy. All right, Crafty Fireman's in here too. John Fox, Walt Tuttle. We'll come up with something to type in the side chat here in a little bit and call all you fine folks out to We're going to talk a little bit about wind flags tonight, reading wind conditions, thermal conditions, mirage and lighting. All those things factor into competitive shooting. And I'll just tell you, when I started, I didn't pay attention to any of that. And now I might pay too much attention to it. So I don't. You can't overthink it. I'll just tell you that. But anyways, up next we got the beard in the wind, Steve from living in somewhere in Southwest Virginia.
Hello, fellers. Hope y'all are doing good tonight, and hello to everybody over in the side chat.
Walt Tuttle says he's got a PPC match Sunday. Man, those PPCs will shoot.
You talking about a pistol match or a rifle match?
Oh, I don't know.
There's a double action pistol match that's called PPC also.
That might be what it is.
Yeah.
All right. Well, up last but not least, Mr. George from Southern Rifle. He's got his concert shirt on tonight. Oh, he's ready to go pit diving. Oh. But anyways, got Chad Steel Challenge out there. Anyways, again, I tell you, we're going to call you guys out in just a few minutes. So my dad, everybody knows he ended up back in the hospital. He had fluid on his lungs. He was going into congestive heart failure. They did a scan on him while he was there. They said his cancer that he's been battling all along, they said it had increased by 2.4 millimeters, but they also saw a spot on the outside of his lungs that was new. So they were saying that the cancer had spread. So he had to go back to his oncologist Monday. And when she got him in the room, she's like, that spot that we thought was spread, it was air pockets. She's like, that's still the same piece of cancer we've been dealing with, nothing new. And she said that she was going to start him back on his chemo because they took him off of it while he was in the hospital, because anybody that does as much chemo as my dad has, 80 some treatments, fluid comes with it, kind of goes hand and fist. And my dad felt really, really bad because of the fluid in his lungs, and he had a small blood clot in his lungs, and he had 2 little blood clots behind his kneecap. They put him on blood thinners to take care of the blood clots and prevent any more from happening. They've started him back on his chemo, but he was off of his chemo long enough to where Dad started feeling better. My dad was in a wheelchair, couldn't get up and walk. He actually got out of his wheelchair, walked himself into church last Sunday, walked himself out of church. After church, they went to indoor flea market. He walked around the whole entire flea market on his own. After getting the fluid off of his lungs, my dad got a lot of his energy back. He's not out of the woods yet, but he's definitely better than he was when he was in the hospital. And so now they're going to continue his chemotherapy, and they're going to add a little bit of radiation to it. He had his first chemo treatment starting back today, and he's going later this week to meet with the doctor that's going to do the radiation, because it's separate doctors. And it's going to be a lot of doctor's visits for him, because he has to see the oncologist now, and he has to see the radiation doctor, and he has to see a heart doctor to make sure that he don't get back into congestive heart failure. So he's going to have a lot of trips back and forth to the doctor. But yeah, Dave had his kidney stones removed on Wednesday. He called me yesterday. He's feeling much better. He was glad to get rid of those things. And some people asked about my mom. My mom has been fine since the day she took my dad to the hospital. She passed out after she got him to the hospital. She passed out and she ended up in one room. He was in the other. But after they gave my mom some fluids, they tested her blood work and run some tests on her. Everything was perfectly fine with mom. She was stressed out, for one. My mom's worked herself to death taking care of my dad. And two, I think she was a little dehydrated. So after she got the fluids, my mom's been fine ever since. So anyways, that's the update on my parents and Mr. Dave. And one last update is Greg Ray, the guy we've been doing the fundraising for. He got his port put in this week to start his chemo. And he also, they found another spot in his neck and they took a biopsy of that when they put the port in this week. And if that comes back cancerous, then they're changing his status to stage 4. He come by my house today to drop off some t-shirts, and he's getting around good. He's in good spirits, but I just tell you, he don't look good. His color's off, and so just keep praying for Greg Ray as he starts his chemo process with his cancer battle. He's got a long road ahead of him, and I hate to see so many people in my life going through this, but it seems like the older I get, that's what we deal with in life. It's
true, unfortunately.
Yep. So anyways, enough of the doom and gloom. Talk about some wind flags. Reading the wind. So I know when I started this, I didn't read the wind. I showed up to the range with ammo and guns and I shot. Didn't look at the wind. And later on, I made some temporary wind flags that was like a pop bottle on a post, and it would rotate. It had a piece of ribbon on it, and it would rotate and follow the wind direction. A simple DIY wind flag. And then when I met Rimfire Dave, he introduced me to a wind meter, which is something along the lines of this right here. So this is pretty much exactly the wind meter that we have, but it don't have the, back, not that one. Anyways, mine don't have the wind flag on top of it like this. It's just the meter.
Got shot off.
Mine does have 2 bullet holes in it because the first day I had it, Willard was shooting an open sight gun, and he said, "I don't think I'm even hitting the paper." And somebody looked through their scope and said, "Nope, but you're sure shooting Chad's wind flag." And my wind meter had like 3 bullet holes in it. So
but it still works. It's tough.
It still works.
Used some duct tape, didn't he?
So Brock, I was hoping he would get on here tonight because he's very fluent in wind flags and he's familiar with some of the new stuff that's coming out. But I did place an order with Dan Keeney, and those shipped out this week. So I'm getting some new stuff to help me read the wind. Try something a little different. But after getting this from Dave and learning that you need to watch this, this tells you left to right wind, and it tells you the value. And if it's if it's in between the two ones, then it's pretty much safe to shoot. If it's laying outside of the wind, then you either don't shoot or your holdover for when it's at that value. And I have been to some shoots where it wouldn't come back in between the two ones, and I'd have to go to my sighter and figure out what my hold was and work with that. And that's where this wind meter comes in beneficial. Is if you see it's laying on a 2 and you've checked to see where your holdover is when it's on a 2, then you pretty much can confirm that shot before you take it. So I will say that a lot of us, when we shoot poorly, we blame it on ammo, and a lot of times it's us failing to read the conditions, not the ammo. So I feel like that I'm rambling on about my experiences with wind flags. So we've been doing this for, I don't know, about a year maybe. So we'll just go around the room here, guys, and I'll take this share screen down. You guys can elaborate on what you're currently using, or where you were at a year ago and where you're at now with wind flags, and at what point did you realize that you needed to pay attention to the wind? So, Hasbro, you can go first.
First time we met up. In fact, first time I met you in person. I'm sitting there listening to the heckler in chief back there, instigator, Rimfire Dave, talking about the wind a lot. And I'd always shot it and just complained about the wind. In long range F-class stuff, I did try to compensate, but I still didn't know what I was doing. And I just sort of listened, started watching the flags and stuff we had out there, and then I ended up buying a bunch to try to learn even more. Now, at least through 50 yards, I feel like maybe through 100, I feel like I'm okay at reading the wind. But I don't know that you ever stop learning on this one, because it's tricky, especially like at Chad and Justin's range where it'll swirl and you have rotors coming off the side of the hills, and you just don't see these things. You can see the effect on your bullet, but you don't always see the wind right. And, it's fun. I actually really enjoy shooting in the wind now. I used to hate it. Now I like it.
Yeah, so the last time you were here and we shot, it got dead calm, and I didn't like it. I'd rather have a little bit of wind than dead calm.
Justin, you remember walking out there? It was like, you look at those wind meters as dead calm, and those bullets are still moving. It was spotty sunlight.
Oh,
Right?
Yep.
It was interesting, right? But yeah, you're right. It changes all the time there, doesn't it?
And that's another thing that happened that day, and people was blaming ammo, they were blaming their guns, they were blaming conditions or wind conditions, and the light changed several times that day. It got cloudy. We had a big overcast, and then all of a sudden the clouds would go over and it would lighten up, and you don't realize that, but the light changes the way you're seeing things through your scope also. So the light change will affect your shots. Brock says he's closing on his house in two weeks, and hopefully he can get back to the swing of things with the YouTube and the live streams. Well, congratulations on your house, buddy. I'm sure you are ready to move in and get back to some sort of normalcy. Yeah, Brock says you never get too good at reading wind flags. No, but I did ask. I did ask. I said I was ordering some stuff from Dan Keeney, and I did ask Dan Keeney. I was like, "What is your ideal setup for 50-yard 22 bench rest shooting, and like how many indicators and how many flags?" And so his recommendation was 2 wind flags, a wind meter, and what he calls an up down meter, which is something that I got coming. The up down meter, it sets level. You're looking dead on at it,
Horizontal.
and it'll go up and down. And he says if it's up, your shot will go high, and if it's down, your shot will go low. You want to shoot when it's level horizontal.
Didn't they have that? That was that little bird thing that you put in the sun. It would do the same thing. Justin, if Chad starts shooting too good, go out and paint one into his black. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. Those 2 guys might be me and Justin. We're coming to hang out at the Triple Crown. We're not going to shoot in it, though.
You're not?
No.
No, we're not
We're
ready
just
for
going
that.
down to see Brock. See what we can steal off of his merchandise table.
We ain't ready for that smoke.
I'm wearing cargo pants and a big old jacket so I can stuff stuff.
Going on a reconnaissance mission.
Yeah, Brock, you go on up there and shoot your match. I'll watch this table for you.
It's all gone.
Them darn feet, Virginia.
We might be going on a 22 rifle rescue mission.
Yeah.
We won't divulge too much.
Yeah. Justin might be adopting a new rifle.
Oh.
So, Jose.
Yes, sir.
I got a little demonstration of Jose here and his technique.
Yeah.
Get my shirt.
I didn't use no flags. I didn't use none.
Oh, I'm gonna get my share screen back up here, Jose.
All right. And there you go. That's my streamer now.
This is Jose's wind flag.
Yeah.
So
I did not use any. Then I went ahead and started putting those on down by the target. And then I started using, like you said, the homemade one with a pop bottle. And I mean, it's better than nothing.
They work.
And then I got now some real flags that Justin gave me. Thank you very much. And I got 2 wind meters. So yeah, that wind has to do a lot with your shot. And you got to learn how to shoot in the wind. So you got to practice with that thing.
Somebody has some feedback going on. Probably somebody with a headset.
I think it's all of us. Once we started trying to read wind, we went this route. We put a ribbon down there on the target. But what we learned was that ribbon don't really tell us nothing, because what that ribbon's showing don't matter because the bullet's already there.
Right.
You know, it will tell you that there's some wind down there at the target, but what we need to know is what's between us and the target, because once that bullet reaches that blue ribbon right there, it's already done what it's going to do.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what, I have had one of those made of flags sitting straight where I'm shooting at, and the wind on there moving and the bullet will move. So it'll give you some idea where the wind is doing down there, because that bullet will change trajectory. Even if there's no wind in here, when it gets down there, it will change. But I think the wind meters are much better because it give you a better indication of what you actually seeing on the wind and the flags, you know, as you got flags down the range. But I'll tell you what, that wind meter, I didn't used to believe in it. I used to go, come on, man. I keep using those little plastic flags at the tag at the target. But I'm a believer now that if you learn how to read that wind meter, it will help you a lot.
And Lead Fever says he has to learn how to read a book before he can learn how to read a wind.
So, yep, I'm glad I got some. And got some real flags now that Justin made for me. So
TJ brought up a good point talking about mirage. It's another
Brock's sharing photos of the gun that Justin's going to be rescuing, but I think Justin's wanting to keep it under his hat until he actually has it in his hands. So
I don't want to get knocked in the head, before I get this rifle.
Yeah.
So yep, Mirage and the Sunrise. Yep. So the day we had our last match, I went up there super early because I needed to do some videos, and I mean, like, I was at the range at 7 o'clock, and the sun was still not quite up yet. It was a cool morning and no wind whatsoever. And I'm sitting there shooting the Langley rifle, and then I get my Mike Moore custom 1022 out and I'm shooting it. And then those both shot good. And then the sun starts coming up and I get something else out and shoot it. And I'm all over the place. And I got thinking, the sun, everything's changing. There was the conditions changed as the sun come up.
Clouds will kill you, man.
Brock says he's on his way home, and if he gets home in time, he might get on towards the end of the show and say hi or something. Better say more than something. So Jay Crow says he needs more wind flags. Well, we went. Let me take this down for a second. All of us have experimented with wind flags, and I actually made some that I wouldn't show you guys because I'm not real proud of them. But then Rimfire Dave come down, and he had some that somebody made. I don't know who made them, but anyway, Justin, being the copycat that he is, Justin made some, and he's actually been selling the fire out of these. And I think Hasbro's bought some, Jose's bought some, I bought some, Steve and them. Did you get some, Steve?
Yeah, John bought 5, and then he won 5 off the prize table.
So it's a very simple design, but it's very effective.
Yes.
So
I hate to say it, I took down my water bottles this week and put those out at my range. I'm leaving 5 of them out to see how they weather. They should be good.
So Justin's making these. He's actually buying this rod, cutting it, bending it, painting it, and got a fishing swivel on there with surveyor's tape. And these actually work really well. Showing you, I mean, these guys are putting anywhere from 5 to 10 of these down range, and they can read the conditions from the bench all the way down to the target. And believe it or not, we have seen these within 20 feet of each other blow in 2 different directions.
Yep.
So that's why we like multiple wind flags.
Yeah.
They're cheap, and I mean, if you lose one or shoot one, it's no big deal. They make good feelers to go between better wind flags, just so you can.
Yeah.
I'm going to find an image. I'm going to find an image to show you guys. I kept telling everybody about rotors and how they come off the hillside. Exactly what you guys have. I just need to find a good picture of it. This is it.
Well, this is a screenshot that I took out of one of the shorts we played from our meetup. This is kind of like what it looked like down one shooting lane right here. You can see there's a wind meter about halfway there, and then there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 of Justin's wind flags between the target and the bench. So, and actually in that picture right there, you can see those wind flags, the ribbons, they're not really standing out too far, but look at the wind meter. The wind meter's right on a 1. So
not much happens at 1, but 2, those ribbons start.
right. If
really
that
showing.
meter goes to 2, you'll see those ribbons laying out like a 45-degree angle.
Before the ribbons are out at a 90.
That wind meter is just past the berm.
Yeah, there's an opening there too.
Yeah.
Let me show this real quick, Chad. This is what I was talking about. They have this berm that goes out to 25 yards, and then there's a gap, and then it gap out to what, 75 or something. But that first 25, this is why we were seeing the wind flags go one way and another the other way. The wind comes in and it tumbles. And so you'll see some of them this way and some of them that way. And if you're shooting here, it's going a different direction than the guy shooting there. This is what's going on.
Yep.
So one thing that Rimfire Dave also introduced to me, and I've not used these, but maybe I should start. Rimfire Dave has one that's a little better design than what he gave me. It's much more sensitive, but he reads the wind on the bench, like at his rifle. And the way he does this is he has something like this, but his is all aluminum with aluminum fan, and this is sitting on his bench. And this will give you a wind reading on the bench, because any experienced shooter will tell you that the wind at the bench is probably the most crucial. So a couple other things he gave me that sits on the bench is you can actually put a wind meter on the bench. And these are all made by Orlando Wind Flag Systems, and they're still available to buy, but you can set these on the bench with you where you're shooting. So you can meter the wind, and you can get the wind direction. And then this it picks up thermals on the bench. So this is sitting there floating, and if there's an updraft or a thermal, it'll go up, and if there's a downdraft, it'll go down. And this is kind of what Dan Keeney makes to put down range. Also, this is kind of the up-down meter that he's talking about. So what he's saying is when this is up, your shot's more than likely going to go high. And when it's down, your shot's more than likely going to go low. So reading the conditions on the bench is important also, because we've talked about this in other shows. Things like a buddy heater under the bench, or a fan behind the bench when it's hot outside, and we've been known to turn one of these big garage bay fans on to try to keep some of the elderlies from overheating. But sometimes that wind behind the bench can affect your shots. So, Justin, at what point did you get more in depth about the wind reading?
So I've always knew, wind played a big factor. And when we started our matches in our local club, nobody was using wind flags, and I was using natural wind reading ability to my advantage. At that point, I was watching vegetation, and we had a berm that had some tall grass on it that I watched it a lot and stuff like that. But until everybody else started using wind flags, I wasn't going to. I was trying to. I have a really good knack for reading natural wind, and I was using that to my advantage for a while. But once we started playing the wind flag game, then I got in the wind flag game. But before we started using wind flags, if I quit shooting, everybody else would quit shooting because they knew something was up. I was everybody's wind flag for the longest time. But they definitely help out. They will improve your score. The video I watched the other day, I'm gonna give this guy a shout out because he needs it. 22 Rimfire Roulette. He's got a new YouTube channel. He does a share screen of the target and his wind meters downrange. It's like a split screen view, and he has a scope cam on his scope, and you can watch where he's holding, and you can look at his wind flags to see the condition as he's shooting.
That's what I told him. I said every time
He's got an awesome concept.
Yeah.
For video.
Every time I watch one of your videos, I learn something.
If anybody wants a clinic on wind call reading, watch one of his videos. Like the whole time, like I'm in agreement when he pulls the trigger. It's it's a real good video to watch if you want a clinic on the wind flag reading. But
and different.
And talking to him in person, he's used several different styles of wind flags, and
he has wind rollers and
and he actually mixes it up. Like he's got a little bit of everything downrange that he uses. So, but like Justin said, if you're watching his videos, you can watch his wind flags, and when they roll around, you'll watch him. He'll change his hold,
or he go to a sider when condition changes.
And he's not shooting shabby scores either, guys. He's showing you how to read wind and still score very good.
Yeah. He makes very good decisions on shooting, and if you want somebody to watch, definitely watch his stuff.
Yep.
So every time he changes rows, he'll go to a sider, or anytime the wind shifts, he'll go back to a sider, and that's what you got to do. If you want to shoot good scores.
Go check him out because he's like Justin said, it's a brand new channel and he's growing in subscribers, and that's kind of the format that he's wanting to go with. Is he's wanting to film matches and show you guys firsthand how his matches go, because everybody goes and shoots a match and everybody says, well, how'd you do? Well, he can show you how you done because he's filming it all.
Yep.
And he's got a cool at it.
We'll get to meet him Sunday too, hopefully. So
yeah, he's supposed to be coming to the match we're going to Sunday. So I've known him since high school. We went to the same high school together. I know who he is, but we never hung out in high school. It's kind of funny how life circles back and brings you back in touch with people that you knew when you was a young man, and now here I am, 48 years old, and I'm getting ready to meet up with a guy I went to high school with and shoot with him. So
absolutely.
What's his channel name again?
22 Rimfire Roulette.
He's in the side chat right there. 22 Rimfire Roulette.
Yeah, guys. Okay. You can click on him in the side chat there and go subscribe to him. But reading wind, it's the key to accuracy. Everybody has accurate rifles. Everybody has pretty good ammo. But if you can't read conditions, you're just guessing. It's a good thing to have multiple wind flags. At least every 10 yards is kind of where I'm at with it. That may be overkill for some people, but something as simple as just a you know, a piece of surveying tape, you know, you can pick up on a wind change that if you didn't have a flag there, you'd never know, you know.
You know, we were talking when we were together there last time. I'll show you guys this. Chad has probably seen these. I don't know about you, Justin, but I used to do a lot of RC aircraft when I was racing them, doing Quickie 500. We'd rebuild motors 2 or 3 times a year because they're turning 30,000 RPM plus. But this is an RC bearing. It's all sealed and stainless.
Mm-hmm.
But this would be perfect for a wind flag, right? You can do it this axis, and it'll take all the weather, and they're not that expensive. There's an idea for you, Justin.
Look who's here, fella.
Uh-oh.
What's going on, y'all?
Who are you?
I'm a new guy. Took me a minute to remember how this thing works.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I can't recognize him without the hat.
Todd Stricker's over saying, "Man, Chad, you're old." Todd, I believe you're older than I am.
There you go.
Now we know you. Hey, Brock.
I am now.
So, Steve.
Well, like I told you guys before, until about a year ago, I was not at all doing any kind of bench rest. I mean, I go to the range and plink around and used to hunt, but I got to watching you guys and got more interested in it. So like I say, a year ago, I was just guessing wind calls. Had advice from you guys, had advice from Brock, and started trying to work on it. And I'm still in the learning curve on it. When we shot last week in UBR, I had some good cards because, we had kind of mild wind until I think it's the second card at 100 yards. And I made crap wind calls. And instead of going back and shooting siders, I just pushed on through it and only got a 53 on that card. And that card killed me. So I've got a ways to go on learning wind calls, but I've been watching the flags more. I really like the wind meters. They work, seem like pretty well. And I'm just going to try to keep learning.
So one important thing about, wind flags is you have yours down your shooting lane. That's more or less like the present. If you want to see the future, look at everybody else's wind flags. Look,
There you go.
scan the
buddy.
range. Don't just focus on yours.
Yep.
You can see the condition coming if you look at the bigger picture. I like keeping my non-dominant eye open while I'm shooting, and I'm looking at my flags and looking at everybody else's flags.
Yeah.
Being observant will definitely help you a lot.
Being in the middle can sure help you because you can look
Yeah,
both
being in the
ways.
middle of the range helps out too.
Maps.
But if you end up being on
Everybody
one end,
says,
take you some extra flags and stick them out on that one side.
Yep.
Yeah, and what happens too is all these guys are getting these wind meters, and if I set mine at 25 yards, Justin will set his at 30. Hasbro will come in, set his at 35. And then you got, with your peripheral vision, you got your eyes on not just one wind meter, you got 3 wind meters at different locations of the range. You're getting more data.
Exactly what we were doing. Yeah, you're right.
And what we saw last weekend is they were going different directions where they were spaced out like that, showing that wind movement.
Yeah.
One thing you want to do too is learn everybody else's wind flags and how they work. Use them to your advantage if they're on the range.
Yeah. Well, and that's, anybody that knows me knows that anytime I've ever got into a hobby, I get deep. I mean, I go overboard. I never bought wind flags like Brock and them uses because I didn't quite understand them until I started watching Brock and 22 Rimfire Roulette shoot them live on camera. And then I see the advantages of those things because not only are they getting the direction of the wind, they're getting a value. And if you know your rifle setup, Well, all you got to do is go watch their videos because you'll see they can pretty much call their shot using the tools that they have downrange. So, George, we left off with you, buddy. You're probably the most seasoned bench rest shooter in this room, or the elder, I should say. So, what'd you start using as wind flags? You probably picked up a handful of grass and just dropped it, didn't you?
Well, back in the day, we used to just tie a little coon tail on it on the back of the dinosaur. But seriously though, I mean, you can't. Good example. You and Justin were there when we were shooting at Buck Creek last month. Danny shot a 66. First time he'd ever used flags.
Shot two back-to-back 66s.
Back-to-back 66s.
Yeah.
He bought 2 wind meters. I took them down, delivered them to him, and he set them out. Used both of them. He used one at like 20 yards and one at like 30, 35 yards, and he was watching those wind meters. And Danny's a good shooter. He's shooting 63s, 64s, 65s, but when he got those wind meters, he started pulling off 66s, and that's the highest score you can have, you know. And he's like, man, I might need to get me some wind flags now.
I'm surprised no one demanded a drug test.
He had bought one of them wind meters for his buddy, and he had set his out. Danny set his out there. I forget what the yardage was. He said it was about halfway or something. I said, Danny, I said, you really need to put a flag up here next to your bench. I said, you got that extra wind meter. He said, well, that's my buddy's. That's why he ain't here to stop you then.
You just don't shoot it.
I said, put it out there, 10, 15 yards and watch that. And he did, son, and he's coming on now. He'll have some more.
Jay Crow says, rumor has it Brock's been hitting the range every night in Texas.
He's not going to deny it. He's not going to confirm or deny.
Well, he's got the Triple Crown coming up, so he's got to get his practice in.
Yeah, lots of preparations for that. We were messing with a couple new guns, and like I said, I built a new one for myself. I've been about a month or two now, and I still getting the bugs worked out of it, but I'm gonna take it up here and shoot it all week. So, I mean, we'll see how it works. My main gun doesn't really seem to like cooler conditions, and it's supposed to be a little cooler, so we're gonna spin the wheel a little on this one and see how it does. I mean, it's shooting pretty good inside, so we'll see if it'll.
Well, Brock, I've asked everybody else, so go ahead and share with us at what point in your shooting career did you learn about wind flags and start utilizing them?
Well, I went to my first bench rest shoot. Nobody had one at all. So I figured, kind of like most people, you don't need that at 50 yards. It don't matter. Of course, I was wrong. Then my second really ever bench rest shoot was nationals. And of course, I got to see them all there. So I guess right there at nationals, I mean, when you see 50 benches and everybody's got, at least three wind flags on each lane, some of them had up to 8 or 9 of them. I mean, it shows right there it's the best in the country using it, and there's some thought and meaning behind that. So I went and bought me a couple, and I don't know, now I've got 3 or 4 different sets of different ones I mess with. So some of your flags are going to give you better, like I like a single vane wind flag better when it's real light conditions because they're a little more sensitive. I like the dual vane, when it's a little heavier wind because, try to give you more accurate holdovers for whatever conditions you're going to have. So it comes down to, you got to learn your wind flags, but you also got to learn your ranges and how the wind reacts at those ranges. Because
you talk about Danny Phillips, and he shows up in the side chat. It says, my 4 cards using the wind meter was a 66, a 66, a 64, and a 65 in that wind. It shot a 261 out of 264. So
He's
he's doing good.
going to be dangerous now.
He is.
Wait till we get some of my wind flags to go with him. Maybe.
Yep. Yeah, rumor has it he's put an order
Well,
in for a few of Justin's little wind flags. So, well, guys, let's call out the side chat while we got 35 of them watching us. Let's type wind in the side chat.
All right. You me call him out, Chad?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, of course, we have Chad first up. J Delta's second on the panel and in the side chat. Now you know who that third guy is. Justin's in there. Cappy Case, good to see you. Steve, living in Southwest Virginia. Jeff Taylor, good to see you. Possum in Kentucky. We know who that guy is, don't we? Todd Stricker Sr. TJ Fishing and Shooting, good to see you. That man's a little far from here, that's for sure. Gizmo Car, good to see you, Gizmo. John Taylor, Crafty Fireman, J Crow 530, Darwin Harris, one of the most patient men we know. Walt Tuttle, Ray Phillips. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Chad Steele Challenge, Helping Man 7. George is there, but he didn't put wind in, but I see. And John at Lead Fever coming right at it.
Well, I thought it was.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Darwin has to be patient to put up with the George.
But Daryl did too for
Saint.
the ride with
Saint.
us.
Well, that man is.
Yeah.
Well, there's Kermit the Frog. He jumped in too.
Helping man says he's dozing off. His meds is making him sleepy. Dale Pogue just jumped in. There's Ron 2A Matters.
Oh, yeah.
So, well, anyways,
Brock's been on it.
I probably don't have every example, but I had some more examples of wind flags here to show pictures of. Let's see what else we got. We already talked about that, which is very similar to what we have.
And team wind flag with a Bessie indicator.
That one you just went by, Chad, was Bessie.
Yeah. Yeah, Keeney flag, Bessie indicator.
Mm-hmm. Never seen that one before, Brock.
Nope.
This is a what was the name of it? Rick something.
I've not seen one like that before.
Mm-mm.
That dude from Tennessee, right?
Hold on a second. I'll see if I can figure out who it was.
The only thing I'll say about that is it looks like it's a stick. Those are, I'm not a big fan of the ones you just drive into the ground because it's always hard to keep them level.
Like a ball mounted head so you can level.
Yeah. Well, if they just got the stick, not the 3 tripod legs on the base or whatever, especially if you're getting some sporty, switchy winds or whatever, it's always going to cock them a little bit. Yeah. Make them give you some funky readings, at least in my opinion.
Let's see.
Yeah, if they're not level, you're not going to do right.
No, they're hurting you more than you're helping you. And at least if they're,
I like them with a prop too.
Yeah, I do too. That's why I like the Keenies.
I'm not seeing the name on that one. And that's one of the cheap ones that you can get from Midway. But the problem with these are, like Brock said, you can't get them level, and at our range, you can't even stick the darn things in the ground because we got rocky terrain. And
better than nothing. But
it is like better than nothing. But
previous photo,
No.
the stick ones have got big foot pads on.
Who was it? George at the last UBR match. We were sitting there shooting, and all of a sudden, one of those just lifted off and flew plumb off the range.
John Fox.
It was John Fox's, wasn't it? Yeah, it come up and just took off.
That one there is
Yeah.
made by MTM Case Guard.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
They're
get them on
cheap,
Amazon too.
but
MTM,
Yeah, they sell them on Amazon also.
Yeah, you mentioned the rocks at your place, like right there, Chad.
Yeah.
It sounds like a Saturday morning cartoon with all the ricochets when we were shooting.
Yeah. So all this area right here it's rock and busted up clays from where they shoot trap.
Mm-hmm.
That when you walk out through here, it crunches under your feet. So very difficult to stick a plastic rod in the ground out there. Of course, that's Justin's version, and I'm not sure that who's made this one, but this is
Dixie cups.
it's
it's
kind
a
of
teeny top.
it's a Keeney type. Yeah, Keeney makes them with the cups, but this
Same
is
thing
what
like the Beshies are just backwards or upside down, technically.
yeah, and actually John Langley has one of these that he made with the Dixie cups on his range when we went to pick up my rifle. There's Jose's flag.
Yeah, those are patented.
He sells them, I think.
I got a coconut patent on those.
Who's that one, Brock?
That's the
Pretty
type
sure
I
it's
like.
gonna-
That's the
pretty sure it's
type I
gonna
like
sell
right there.
The colors in that one scream Jose.
Huh?
The colors in that one scream your name.
There you go. I got it. You can't see that. You got problems, right?
We've been seeing a lot. We've been seeing a lot of these at the shoots me and Justin goes to.
Me
They
and Darwin ordered this.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're called Zell flags. If they're not the Zell flag, they look pretty well similar.
Mike Azell.
Yeah.
He's a center fire shooter.
I've seen those, but I don't know
Those
who
are not
those.
his ale.
Yeah, I don't know. Who those are.
no, I think
me
those
and-
look like
me and
those are
Darwin
Orlando
have a set
flags.
of Ezels on the way.
Orlando.
Yeah, those are Orlando flags.
That's
So that's
Orlando.
a variation of an Orlando. Yeah, it's a bench top one.
That's that bench top one that I just showed right there.
Yeah.
And that's in Orlando.
Yeah, and see that one on that Orlando, I think they have a variation that's a dual vein that looks like that. But if you see the wire that connects those two, it's a horseshoe looking shape. And sometimes, or at least on some of their models, they have that where that's solid to where it gives you that up or down reading as well as the left or right. That one looks like it's just the left or right, but the other one looks the same to where you've got that up or down tilt to it and left and right tilt to it.
Yeah, there's another bench model.
Orlando's were my first set of flags.
Ooh.
Zoomed out a little bit.
Yep.
So that one has a ball head, so you can level it up
Mhm.
right off the stand.
Most of these sites that I looked at, you can order them as a just the flag, or you can order them in a combo and get the stand and everything included. But a lot of them offer the flag without the stand.
Mm-hmm.
There's
You
a
have,
board right in it.
you have to be careful.
Flag.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who was that one, Brock?
Jeremiah Moore.
Jeremiah Moore. Yeah, that's the newest release. That's the everybody's talking
Make him full
about right
screen,
now.
Chad.
Huh?
Yeah, they're
Make him full screen. Let him tell him about it.
That's the one that everybody's talking about right now. So, and
these
you're
are
actually
Looks like a lawn dart.
yeah, these are made by Jeremiah Moore. They're a dual vein based off of like the STL flag cones. That's another flag that I mean they look the same, except these are 3D printed where you can pull these out and have your connectors to where you can see your shoot zones. So that should line up with that red line. So if you can see this, you're good. You can see that, you're not. And if you can see that, you're good again. So you don't want to shoot between these two red lines on either side. And they fully break down. So these will pop off and these will pop off. And I'd be using these at the Triple Crown if I wasn't sharing a bench with somebody that uses Keenies. Since I'm familiar with Keenies, I'm going to use those. But in my personal opinion, these are the best wind flags that are out there.
They have a bubble level and a spirit level for leveling up.
Yeah, so you level this level for
Bullseye.
your tripod, you level this level to this level to make sure that your actual base is on correctly. And then this has a set screw for balancing them to where you know that they are balanced correctly. And they go on with ball bearing and go on your tripods. They're pretty slick.
Cool.
Are you running them with ribbons on the tails too?
Yeah, they have a ribbon on either side of them. Like I said, I would be using those if my bench partner at the Triple Crown was not using Keenies. But since he's using Keenies, we're going to just use Keenies. So.
You know, Chad, I'm sitting there looking at those going, yeah, I got that level. I got those bearings. And I'm going to have a Springfield 2020 barrel I can use for a stand. I got to build one.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
And the panels on that's just corrugated plastic.
Yep.
That's all it is.
Campaign sign material.
Yep. You can
Danny
make it pretty
Phillips want
decent
to talk about headwinds and tailwinds. Chad, you have a question?
I know a guy that's a copycat too. So
Yeah.
Really?
Pretty smart one.
He is. We just got to get him quit working on Chad's stuff and work on ours.
Yeah. Trying to make me a one-piece wrist.
I ain't had him make nothing for a while, but he did show me a picture of something today that about got finished.
And I sold out today.
Good, you got a gun to buy.
Yeah. And ammo.
And ammo.
So Bruce and who?
Jose, you and Bruce.
Yep. Look, Hasbro, you took my rest home.
I knew I was getting set up.
Huh?
I knew I was getting set up. Yeah, here, phone my next guest.
boy.
That's what was going on.
Nice. Oh boy.
I mean, what can I say, man? I gotta have the latest and greatest.
Yeah.
Makes me wonder about Blondie
Well, you
now,
got
Chad.
Ken Lee for a friend over there.
Oh, if you don't
Love
want,
you guys.
if
Love you
don't want
guys.
that, you just say the word, buddy. I'll keep it. Don't think about it too long.
Hey, Chad.
Yep.
I'm not
Let me answer
thinking.
this question
That's the
for
problem.
Danny Phillips here. So Danny Phillips has a question about headwind and tailwind, and Brock, he can chime in too, probably telling more than I can, but it depends on. At 50 yards, it don't matter as much, but at 100, it really does. Like, depends on the arc of the bullet. You know, whether the bullet's climbing or falling. You know, if it's getting a headwind pushing on it as it's rising, it's going to go up. If the headwind hits it as the bullet's, falling, it's going to push it down. And,
Yep.
Tailwind affects basically the same way. But it depends on the direction of the headwind or the tailwind, So it's pretty unpredictable with knowing what's going to happen with the headwind, tailwind. A full value left or right, you can figure out how to hold for that. But headwind, tailwind is a bad situation, to shoot.
It's
I've
hard
heard
to
a lot of
shoot.
people say that a headwind will push it low and a tailwind will push it high, and that's not the case.
It's not true.
Like Justin said, it depends on where that bullet is in flight. So if it's on an arc up and a headwind hits it, it's going up. But if it's already got to the top of its arc and it's on the way back down and the headwind hits it, then it's going down. Same thing with the tailwind. If it's
Right.
going down and the wind gets under it, it's going to push it up. You know,
Right.
so
And if you're shooting at an angle, you compound that even.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Like me shooting off the deck, I'm shooting at a
Downward
at
angle.
a downward angle, man. and it
headwind and
spins everything.
tailwind is the toughest one to read.
The up down meter that Kenny makes
Absolutely.
would probably be good for that headwind tailwind because you can see
That is
if
what
it's
they're
going up or
intended for.
down, you know. So
And it also goes back to some of them ranges have a big berm around them. So if you got air swirling up under and around them berms, depending on how it's coming off and over that berm.
exactly.
So
Yep.
it does change range to range.
And that's what Hasbro was talking about earlier. You know, our range is already in a holler, so there's a mountain down both sides. The range goes back into a holler, but we got pistol bays over here on this side. So to guard those pistol bays from the rifle range, we built a berm that goes down the left-hand side of the rifle range out to the 25-yard line. And that would keep people that's shooting in the rifle range from shooting over towards the pistol bays. Well, when a windy day, the wind rolls around the tip of that berm at the 25-yard line, you don't see that wind between that berm and the bench. But once it gets out past that berm, it'll suck you every time. I mean,
Well, you get this. This is why I was talking to Justin when we were there. I kind of like Station 1 because it's just what Chad says. But if you're Station 2, really 3, 4, and 5, these rotors aren't a single rotor, right? They continue to spin as they go, and you don't know what you're going to get to the right side of your range. So it's that way all the way across.
it's
I got
same
my
way.
first match win is you could pick your spot and it had a berm all the way around it. So I got right up against one side of the berm. And with the way the wind was blowing, that way I could stay under the wind and shoot for the most part.
Same thing at the co-tip when me and Justin went and shot at. The first time we ever went and shot there was wind flags everywhere. I mean, everybody had wind flags.
But wait till you get to the triple crown.
If you looked at the far right bench, the wind flags was going this way. If you looked at the far left bench, the wind flags was going this way. What was happening is that place was in a holler. You're shooting out of a building, and the wind would come up that holler and it'd go down both sides of the building. And as soon as it cleared the building, it'd come back to the range, and you had wind going cross pattern on the range. Well, the next time we went down there and shot, the wind was coming out of the holler, so it's totally different.
And wind never comes as a wall. It's always coming in a wedge.
Like a wave.
Like you'll see it hit your 50-yard flags, but way before, whatever. Like I said, it's coming in a wedge. It's never in a wall.
At Buck Creek, there's a bunch of buildings on the right side of the range, and that wind coming between those buildings or dissipating against them, it creates some wild wind at Buck Creek too.
Yeah, it does.
I would rather shoot in a left to right wind than I would a right to left. That's my preference.
Well,
Well,
either
it goes
way,
with
it
trade in
doesn't
your
really
barrel,
matter.
too.
But it like if you got a wind coming from your right going to your left, the spin of your bullet's going to cause that bullet to rise.
Yep.
Right? If it's coming the other way, if it's coming from the left, it's going to cause your bullet to dive.
Mm-hmm.
You take that into account. Plus, you take in if you got a cloud comes over, bullet's going to drop. That's what that flag you were talking about earlier is for, to read that up and down.
Yep.
Just watch sometime. I mean, that blew my mind, man.
Yep.
I
Well,
learned that the sun coming out was going to raise your bullet.
well, yeah, because it's an instantly quick change in direct sunlight causing a little bit of temperature difference, which causes the air to do some funky things for a second.
Changes thermals.
Yeah.
And a light change. Perspective of where the target's at.
You guys remember shooting at the hide like that, right about 50 yards. He's got a spot that opens up.
Right. That
In,
little
in the summertime, right there it goes.
Yep.
Yeah.
George,
That
text
little
me this.
rosette right there. I always call them rosettes. I don't know what you're supposed to call them, but those. Yeah, that
Wind hold
that
chart.
right there is one of the best things you can just look at. Just study that. Just sit there. When you
Stick
get a
one.
few minutes in a day, just sit there and just look at that, and that'll help you more than anything.
Yeah. Put that on your bench somewhere. Print it off. Stick it on your bench. Put it on your phone screen. Stick it out there. You can look at it during the match. They help a lot.
They make a small
Yeah,
sticker you can put on
I
your
used to
one
keep it
piece
on my
wrist.
Yep.
phone screen. That was my background for my phone.
Yeah.
Is the wind supposed to be the direction of the arrow?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what they got tune their barrels either at 12 o'clock or 6 o'clock. I hear the gunsmith saying that. Yep.
Yeah.
I'll show you guys this other one here, Chad, if you don't care. This is the one I'm talking about. I've seen this more classically from flying, but this is where it really gets nuts. But down here, this stuff just continues to tumble. But what will happen underneath here is sinking. You get strong enough wind, you'll get this on down here, but right here it pushes you right down.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what happens along those berms, on tree lines.
Right there.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens. In fact, you fly your plane back here and it drives you right into the ground. If you're really smart, what they do is they do speed slope. So they come in really fast, let it push them down and pull up. And they get crazy fast. But anyway, this gives you an idea. It's not this nice straight lines, right? It's tumbling.
Yeah, the wind can be pushing down. You know,
I'll tell you this right here, and if Hasbro can attest to it, if you ever want to learn anything about wind, take up RC airplanes.
Oh yeah,
because you'll learn about wind, you'll learn about thermals. One of the worst RC airfields I flew on was right here in Prestonsburg, Kentucky. It had a thermal always at the beginning of the runway, and you'd be coming in with that plane on a perfect approach, and all of a sudden that plane just go like that because it catch a thermal, and it does the same thing to your bullets.
There's another effect like that that's killed a lot of real pilots, and it's thunderstorm downdrafts. And if there's a storm anywhere near it, you don't land, because at the edge of the thunderstorm, the wind's coming down. It'll put you right in the ground. You have no chance to recover. You're too low.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine a bullet like that.
Yeah, I've caught myself thinking about that several times because RC airplanes, it makes me fully understand all this wind talk, because when you're flying a plane that you've spent thousands of dollars on building, and you're flying it through the air, and all of a sudden it does a dip or a dive or a up or a down, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm about to lose this thing. It's the same thing. It's the same exact thing. So 1903A4 says tuners for rimfire. Yes, absolutely.
100%.
There's no other way.
You asked me 6 months ago, I was laughing at Brock, and he talked me into it. Now I got 4 of them.
guys, I'll tell you something too. A lot of people get caught up with chronograph and ammo.
Yep.
What's the
Speed
wind doing
doesn't
with that
matter.
bullet? You know, if
Go ahead and send
If the
that to
wind
me,
is-
Chad, if it's extra.
what could the wind be doing to a bullet? You know, as it's getting the reading from the Doppler. You know,
George, was you not watching Brock? He held up more than I did. 3 of them up.
I wasn't even looking. Holy shit, bro.
I got one there. I don't know. I
Slide a
got
couple of them in your pocket for me. Whenever
Come on down to the Triple Crown. I'll just hook you up. But no, Justin, what you were saying on that
right here, I'll just tell you.
on that measuring the, your speed of the ammo, people get so caught up in what that speed on that box says, and it is so false. They ought to not put the speed of the ammo on the box, because it don't matter one lick. I don't care what people say, it don't, because no matter what that box says, it ain't gonna be going that speed.
right.
Yep.
Don't
It's a
as long as it's
baseline.
subsonic, it don't matter.
Right.
And that's what we were discussing the other day. Justin's purchased some ammo from Connell Rowe, and Connell was like, "It says this on the box, but I can tell you I chronographed it, and that's not what it went out of my gun." So I mean, like every gun's different, every
Still
barrel's
never is.
different,
Yeah.
and
It's more. I think it really. Go ahead. Sorry.
that 29 speed or that 1066 or 1077 on that box, that don't mean squat.
Nope.
That's why Brock and them lot tests, and Brock went over this with me on the phone the other day. You buy something at their smallest advertised speed up to their largest advertised speed, and then whatever you can in between, and then you test it all and find what works out of your rifle, and then you tune to that. Because a lot of this ammo we're shooting is pistol rated ammo, and it says a low velocity. But what you don't understand is when you take that pistol velocity ammo and you shoot it out of a long barrel, it ain't that slow. It's fast.
You get more powder burn.
Yeah.
I look at the boxes as like your wind meter, right? The numbers don't mean anything. It's just a relative starting point. So you could say, okay, I got 327 and one of my rifles didn't shoot. 329 shoots great. It just means it's a little faster. What's the actual value? You got to test in your gun.
I've shot ammo that says it's 1080 on the box, and you put it on a chronograph and it's shooting 1030 or 1130. It's fast.
Depends on temperature too.
Billy
Yeah,
Match
just-
does that to you all the time.
And just
Depends
because
on
you have
air
one lot
density,
number,
temperature.
Yep. My 1077 is always out of my C's. It's 24-inch barrels. It always shoots in the 1100s.
because one fast speed.
This is for Brock right here. Cappy Case says, and the bloop tube.
Got a bunch of them.
There's different opinions on the bloop tubes. Like Brock is a believer in the bloop tubes, but Justin can tell you when I picked my gun up from John Langley the other day, I asked him if he would use the bloop tube on there, and he kind of gave me a look and said no.
So some of your people, and I've talked to quite a few people about it. They don't like putting a bloop tube on there because it's something else to come loose, go wrong, something like that, because you're just adding another variable. Best thing I can do, or best thing I can tell anybody that's wanting to put weights on their tuner or a bloop tube on their tuner is get it tight, draw you a black line with a Sharpie across your tuner into that weight of the bloop tube, and then when you tighten it, you should always know that those lines match up.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't match up, it ain't as tight or it's too tight, and that can change how it shoots. I mean, it's just
Yep. I have two of them. I've got both of them from Harrell's. One of them's this long, one of them's this long. The short one is actually a front rifle stop on the rest that Chad sold me because it wouldn't reach up high enough. So it's not tuning anything but where to stop my rifle.
And so we use a deal to tune
There's
a
just
rifle.
too damn many variables in rimfire.
Talk about variables, George. Let me show you guys something real fast here. I'm talking about tuners. I'm blowing myself up here because it's on my phone. So Jeff Lee bought a new Winchester 52, and he sent me a picture. He said, "What is that?" And I was like, "Well, I don't know." But I said, "I know somebody that will." And I called Rimfire Dave. So that's a barrel tuner.
Yep, barrel tuner.
Okay. The way they tune the barrel with those, they use a continuity tester. They put it out on the end. They put it out on the end of the barrel, and they put it on one of those screws, and they start threading that screw in until it barely lights up that continuity tester. Then they put it on the other screw, and they do the same thing. They screw that one in until it barely touches and lights up that light. And then from there, you start tuning by turning both screws in equally, one turn at a time, and you tune. And then if you want to take that off to clean your rifle, you have to remember how many turns on each of those screws to put it back. But they tuned those. Dave told me, he said they use a continuity tester to read that and,
To know when it
tell
touches.
when it slightly touches the barrel, and then they start tuning from that point.
You guys that have Winchester 52s know more than me, but that's how you do it on a 52D. It's got 2 screws up there, and they sold a little meter that did just that for them.
Yep.
Just a vibration dampener.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You know that 52.
Are they all that way, Chad? Do you know?
40X's, 52s.
What's that?
They're all that
File
way.
one of them right there. You
Just
put it
the
on
Z?
your gun. Yeah.
I couldn't hear you, Hasbro.
No, I just wonder if they all have the Winchesters have that kind of thing. I know it's on mine, but I've never messed with
Like
it.
the A's and the pre-A's with the barrel bands, no. But like a lot of the B's and the C's and the D's, they got a tuning screw in the bottom of the stock. A
Has 2 of
tension,
them wedged up.
tension screw.
He's got 2 like that.
Yeah, one on either side. One at like 4 o'clock, one at 8 o'clock.
Something like that, yeah.
Some of them had leather pads between the barrel and the stock and those screws.
That sounds
Some
like
of them
that
either
makes
got
sense.
just a steel band, and it goes down through the stock, and it's got a cone shaped screw. And the tighter you turn that screw, the more it'll pull that band to pull that barrel down.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the way to tune it too.
Like a truss rod on a guitar or
The
something.
75s have that. Some of the 52s. Yeah. So man, tuning ain't new. Tuning's been around since the first Rimfire competition.
Helping Man says just buy 40X and you won't need a tuner.
40X
I
has
thought
got
so.
tuners in the stock.
I thought so too about the Anschutz 54, their weighted muzzle design. And yet I threw a tuner on there as a test, and it's amazing, isn't it, Jose?
It is.
Yes.
It's like the way you get your transmission on your cable. You got frequencies in that metal, and you're trying to mitigate the frequencies. You want that bullet to get out of the barrel, that piece of tube, before the frequencies catches with it. So by using a tuner, you decrease or increase the vibration, and you can stabilize that bullet. So
good night, Daryl Gibbs and Kentucky Lasso. Thank y'all for getting on.
If you don't believe there's very much vibrations in a barrel, get you a stethoscope, stick it on the fore end of that stock, start tapping that barrel.
Yeah, it's a frequency. So if you got a frequency of 1 megahertz, that means that barrel is whipping 1 million times in 1 second. That's what that frequency is.
Helping Man's been hanging out with Jose too long. He's been shooting that cheap ammo.
Monarch?
I got it. No, it's tuned for TAC 22 now.
They've been shooting TAC 22 together.
Yeah. It's already tuned for TAC 22. No, I'm just kidding.
Jose, you'd be proud. I bought some the other day.
Oh, there you go. Just for practice,
Well, guys, it is about 25 after. Let's go ahead and go around the room and we can talk about what's coming up. Brock, where you been, babe? What you been doing and what's coming up with you?
Man, I've been doing just about everything here lately. Been working at Texas during the week, come back to Oklahoma on the weekends. Got 2 weeks left, so we're looking forward to that. And we're going to be down at the Triple Crown all week next week. We're going to leave out early Monday morning, and hopefully Chad and Justin are going to get to make it on Saturday and come down and see us, learn a little bit. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to the shoot. It's going to be a good
I'm
time.
leaving my wallet at home.
Yeah.
You will be checked coming in and out. I can say that.
Just take your ID card. That's it. Your
I'm
license.
just saying, I'm leaving it at home because you'll be trying to sell me stuff, and
I might. I can neither confirm or deny that last comment.
Right.
But so we got that. We'll see if it's a rough shoot or not. I mean, I got that new one put together. I got this barrel right here ready to go. I've got it tuned up. I'm gonna have it as a backup just in case I need to pop that barrel off and try this one, see if it's any better. And as soon as we get back from that, I'm supposed to close on the house and get to move down here and start shooting down in Texas, I guess. So.
Pretty cool.
Nope. Does this mean we're going to bump the wedding date forward and all that?
Oh yeah. Don't have a set date for that yet. We're still kind of seeing if the close date for the house gets pushed back or not. Making sure everything goes good on that end. But everything's looking good.
Well, good
And for
deal.
everybody that's wondering on the big range, it's the big nationals range that they're putting in Texas. It is coming along, and will be. It's still on schedule, so it's still looking good. They got the building up. They're working on the firing line and pouring the benches currently. So
Cool.
Cool beans, man.
60 benches, right?
I think they went down to 55 just to kind of give you a little bit more space in between to get around.
Gotcha.
It should be 50 to 55 outdoor and 25 to 30 indoor.
Mm.
How many square foot building you say the indoor was?
30,000.
Wow.
Got Vanessa Kitty jumping in to say hi. George,
Howdy,
what you got coming up, buddy?
not a lot of nothing, man. Try to make a few videos, get out and shoot a little bit, but other than some UBR here the next couple of weeks. It ain't far away. The first Saturday of the month, we shoot the UBR. So,
are you going to shoot this time?
Yeah, I'll shoot this time. Wait, maybe Brock will send me a tuner back with you. I need it bored to 960. That way I can shoot unlimited class with y'all.
Oh boy!
How rifle you gonna put it on, George?
Hey, we'll put you in unlimited anyway. How about that? It should make you
Put
feel
it on
better.
my Annie.
On your
Yeah,
Annie?
you can always class up, George. We don't care.
Yeah.
We can get him one of the nuts to tape on there.
I've got yeah, there you go. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna shoot it in factory, and then I'm gonna slide the toner on it and shoot unlimited with you guys.
Can you see that, George?
Ooh, look at that.
What size is that?
I can see
960.
that, buddy.
It's got George's name on it.
Stick that in your pocket, brother. Stick that in your pocket. Bring it with you.
I can do it. I got your address.
Steve, what you got coming up?
I don't have anything recorded right now. I've got a couple things I got to get done, but I'm behind on videos.
Oh,
Do think that we're coming down to Kettlefoot there next weekend. Just see you guys and see what all we can get off of Brock and all that good stuff.
Wow.
Y'all was trying to get me fired.
All these people going to show up and say, "Hey, Brock, thank you for the free
have a toner
arrest." Yeah.
I ain't got it.
If this is going to be a one and done event for Brock, you got to bring some good stuff.
I may leave out the wind play.
Maybe we can get a ride down there. We'll just all show up, pile on it.
Yeah.
Hey, come on, I'm the one with guns. We're ready to rock and roll.
Yeah.
No, hopefully y'all can make it. It's. I've not been to the actual Triple Crown shoot, but I mean I've been to the nationals and some big ones, and they're.
Oh boy, Vanessa Kitty says she's going to post videos of her first firings of her wood-fired pizza oven in June.
Awesome.
Oh,
That sounds delicious.
yes.
Vanessa, if you were closer, I got a bunch of freshly fallen cherry that'd be perfect in that oven.
So Justin, what you got coming up, buddy?
Cutting grass all day tomorrow, and we got a match Sunday, Mount Sterling, ABRA match. Looking forward to that. A lot of these people on the side chat will be there. Joe Rose and I think John Fox is going to be there, and that 22 Rimfire Roulette.
Are you shooting your automatics?
I'm shooting probably my red rifle.
Ooh.
Yeah, in Outlaw Light.
That's a voodoo base, is that right?
I ain't
No,
made my mind up
that's not
yet. George.
in
Last time I went down there, I shot my turbo, but I do have that Mike Moore rifle that I need to try out, so I might shoot my automatic.
That's what I do. That's what it is. Automatic interest.
That's what it means.
They have an unlimited class, and then they have the outlaw heavy and outlaw light factory. Got several classes.
I got 6 different ones. I don't know if I could choose.
It's just started for semi-automatics.
Yeah, right. Right.
Yeah.
I got one I won't take, but I'll tell you about that in a minute.
Yep. Crafty Fireman says he hopes to shoot Saturday morning for some future projects, but he's currently moving his daughter home from college on Sunday. So I don't like that moving stuff.
I think Darwin just went through that very same thing.
Well, Jose, what you got coming up?
Yes, sir. Monday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern at the J Delta 22 channel. We are shooting the Anshoes Match 54 senior rifle. He's 54 years old. About to collect Social Security here. We are shooting Midas Plus. You got to see that video. And then on Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern as well at the Smoking 22, we are shooting the Voodoo, the Blue Voodoo single shot. And I think we are using, I think it's Center X or one of those ammo. It's also, no, it's TAC 22. That's it. TAC 22. You don't want to miss that one. It's going to be fun. Appreciate you having me here tonight, and it's good to see everybody on the side chat.
TJ Fishing says he's going to be stretching a 6.5 highway out to 800 yards tomorrow.
It'll do it.
Easy to do. Yeah. Real easy.
Hasbro.
That's a good shooting place, too. Them boys shoot
Well,
great, man.
Speaking of
Have you watched the
22s,
videos they're doing?
Yeah,
I'm sorry?
Yeah. TJ and them's videos they've been putting out, they've been shooting good.
Yeah.
Stretching it out.
Shooting really good.
So I'll be releasing tomorrow morning a video shooting a Hold'em and Fold'em. And finally, there's some success there, but with an amazing gun. It's just shooting really well. But then I have another one I have to finish processing the video on. That is, I haven't decided if I'm going to use the How to Polish a Turd name for it or not, because I did improve it. Billy said it was quite a bit better, but to me, it's not good enough. But maybe for that type of barrel, it's as good as it'll ever get. So we'll see. But I've thrown a couple ammos at it. I'm not quite done with it yet, but I'll release that one early next week probably.
Put a tuner on it, Hasbro.
I haven't done that yet. I need to measure the end of the barrel and see. It could help.
Probably 920.
But yeah, if it is, I have one for it. It's sitting on a kid barrel right now. So we'll see.
How to tune a turd.
That's
Yeah, that would be good. How to
How to
tune
tune a
the turd.
fish? How to
Yeah,
tune a
I like
turd.
that. HTT. HTT.
Yeah, I'm thinking the AI is going to get really bad on this.
Oh, yeah.
There's your new series, How to Tune a Turd.
Yeah, HTT series.
I'll have to do something with Kenny from South Park.
How to tune the turd. That's pretty good, Justin. That's pretty good. I like it. HTT series.
Well, Chad, what do you have coming up?
I got a video dropping Sunday of me shooting a Langley rifle. I shot a factory ARA card, and I feel like I done pretty good with it the first time out. Just putting an ammo in it, not have it really test and tuned the gun. I just took it out and put some Ely in it and shot it. And I shot a 2400 on a factory ARA card. That's coming out Sunday. And then Wednesday, there's a video coming out of me shooting my Mike Moore built 1022 from Empty Pockets Paint Shop. And I shot 3 different ammos through it, and it's hammering. So that might be what I shoot Sunday. And then Rustic Rimfire started a collaboration with me a while back. He called me out Springfield 2020 against Springfield 2020. And if y'all saw that video, he beat me by a small margin on the first one. And a while back, I sent him a video of a redo, and it took him a little while to get his part back to me. But well, let's just say the second go round, he didn't do so good. And that's because I challenged him with Kevin Hoffman's Springfield 2020, and that thing was on
fair.
It was on fire.
It was not fair. That's what that was.
The tuner he got on his didn't help.
No,
No, it did not help.
I was laughing so hard because you guys going back and forth. You know?
yeah. So,
And I'm going, Dean, you're not gonna recover for that one, man.
Yeah.
Just
so
pick it up.
I think he might be done. He might not want to try
Yeah.
any of my other ones. I don't know. He's a good sport. He might try it again, but
I know it was fun. It was a lot of fun, but I was
he
going out
kept
here.
saying this is not fair because I got a factory barrel. And,
Yeah.
But he's
he
modified his a lot.
He cut the chamber off and rechambered his barrel, and he's running a barrel tuner. So I was like,
Tuner,
"That's not
yeah, he got a
factory,"
tuner on it.
you know.
He said he did the last 10 shot. I said, that's it, man. Don't even do 10. I was just messing around here, you know. I was just laughing. You guys have me rolling.
So I don't want to spoil it too much, but my 10-shot tie-breaking group was 0.3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going, no, don't do the 10 shot. Don't do it. Don't do it.
It was watching Chad trying to keep a straight face during all this was killing me.
I know, man. I'm going, don't do the 10 shot. Stick with your 5 shot.
It was good fun though. I hope he will. I hope he will do another one with me or somebody else because, you know, I got mine now that has that Lilja barrel on it. I'd like to go up against somebody with, and then my original 2020 is at the gunsmith now, and it's getting a new barrel on it. It's getting a Kenyon barrel on it. So,
well, I'm telling you what, Chad, I'm calling you out right now, and I'll tell you why. When I get mine back, we're going to shoot for a brick of Thunderbolt.
There you go.
We're not going to shoot Thunderbolt. We're going to shoot for a brick of Thunderbolt.
yeah.
Well, I say just say piss on the 2020s, and let's all of us just do us a factory challenge for and shoots. I think we all got one, don't we?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have one in. Well, I could put it back in the original
I
stock.
don't have a factory and shoot.
I
I
thought
got a
you
factory barrel extra one, but it's in a bench for
Well, let me help you out with that, brother.
I might have a slight advantage with my end shoot.
Yeah, I got a factory one, the 1761. Yeah.
Jose does, and he's all set.
We get you out.
Yeah, 1761.
I got an extra one in the safe there for you, Chad.
I
Let's do that. We'll have some.
don't need to be.
We'll have a stand shoots challenge.
Yeah.
I don't need to be rescuing any new guns.
Come up with us a good target, Hasbro, and that's what we'll do.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, I'll work on it. I'll work on it.
Yeah.
You sure ain't going to send that double set trigger and shoots to Chad, are you, George?
Oh, he won't.
No, sir.
I didn't think so.
I can't get it out of the safe anymore.
Yeah.
Before we end the show, guys, let me remind you about the GoFundMe that's been scrolling across the bottom of the screen. That's for Greg Ray. And if you've watched any of my recent videos, there's a little video clip in there about what's going on. We're trying to raise money for Greg Ray, and anechoic suppressor stepped in to help. And if you make a $10 donation or more and screenshot that and email it to me or Hillbilly showing us that you made the donation, then that'll put you in for a drawing to win a free anechoic suppressor. We're drawing for that on July the 18th. And also, Buck Steele, the president of Anechoic, said if you make a one-time $1,000 donation that you could pick a suppressor of your choice off their website and he would send it to you. You just have to be prepared to pay the transfer fees and pass the background check and be legal to own it in the state that you live in. So if you are interested in helping out Greg Ray, who's battling cancer, and you want to be entered into the drawing to win an anechoic suppressor, then please go check that out. And also, I'm still selling Kentucky Rimfire and Hobbies t-shirts for $20 a piece. I will ship them, but you have to pay actual shipping charges. They're $20 a piece, and all proceeds are going back to Greg and his wife. They're the ones that make the shirts for me. And even though Greg's fighting cancer, he's making me t-shirts. Like he has not stopped. So I'm trying to help them any way I can. They're good friends, good people, and they deserve the help. And I know what little bit I've helped them is nowhere near enough, but maybe it's took give them some relief of their struggles. Well,
you've helped them a lot. I'm sure, Chad, you helped them a lot more, because that's quite a bit of help showing up there. So that's good.
So don't
can't give, lift them up in your prayers.
Yeah. If you can't give, I understand. Just pray for him, because he needs it, and his wife needs it. She's going through a lot, and just lift them up in prayers. If you can't give financially, that's totally understandable. But anyways, I want to remind you guys of that deal going on. And don't forget to check out my channel over there on Kentucky Rimfire and Air Guns. If you're interested in air guns, we got an air gun channel. But that's it for tonight, guys. Great show. Great discussion about wind. I know that pretty much everybody in this room right here has changed their way of shooting and reading the wind since I met you. So, except for Brock, he might have already been doing what he's doing. But anyways, we're all learning here, guys. That's what this show's about. It's to learn. Yep. We ain't claiming to be professionals. We ain't claiming to know it all. We're just on here sharing experiences, and that's what it's about. So
if you're not learning, you ain't trying.
That's right.
That's right.
So we will see everybody next week. Same time, same place. Y'all get out and shoot somewhere. Take your family to the range. Enjoy some family time at the range. Say good night, everybody. We're going to end it right here.
Good night. Light on for you.